Look at this army. What you're gonna see is, yes, the Juggerknight. This is one of the new units that's gonna be coming to Stick War 3. Incredibly beefy, incredibly powerful. And we're gonna be taking these guys into battle and seeing just how good are these new Juggerknights. We're fighting Arteos' army. Now, the first thing we want to do is get one of these guys on crystal, because you're gonna notice that these Juggerknights are 450 gold and 50 crystal. Very similar to Speartons. In fact, oftentimes, like, they're considered basically the chaos version of the Spearton army. So now what we need to do is get this guy back on gold and then produce a miner. So these guys are big, strong, and beefy. And wait till you see what they look like. So here he is in all of his glory. He's the big bad bone daddy himself. Now, in Stick War 2, and I believe in Stick Empire, these guys were regular stickmen. They were strong, obviously, but now they're skeletons. So, like, they're some form of what? A demonic entity, I guess? Now, I'm not sure what the enemy's gonna bring out, but I don't think we're gonna have any Eclipsors, flying archers, another chaos unit. So I think what we want to do is save up for a second Juggerknight. Yeah, so Juggernaut, Knight combined, that's indicative of this guy. It sort of indicates like what they're good for, which is soaking up and dishing a lot of damage. We're gonna work on our minor upgrade as we get our second unit. The enemy hasn't taken middle ground, nor have they decided to send a skirmishing force against us. And we're about to be able to afford a third Juggerknight. Now we've got vampirism, which is gonna gain 10% lifesteal, but my goal is to try to make a maximum army of Juggerknights. There's apparently another new and secret unit that you can play in Stick War 3, and you want to see me show them off, well, pull the trigger on the like button and let me know. All right, so a fourth one is in queue, another miner. We've got 5 miners out there, and we can take up to, I believe, 10 because of the crystal nodes. The enemy has taken the middle ground. This is going to give them some money, some passive money. So the question is, should we send a skirmishing force of 4 of these guys? The answer is most definitely yes. So these guys are big and slow. Now, are they as fast or as slow as Speartons? I'm not sure. Oh, this poor Spearton. But they do have that charge ability. Now, the enemy looks like they sent forth a blizzard attack, but I think our guys just charged right through it, which was pretty cool. So at this point, I mean, my Juggernight's just like scared off the enemy, and we just got reinforcements in the 5th Juggerknight to enter the fray. Now that we hold the middle ground, oh, is that? Yeah, they're like, here's an arrow and run away. So we've got 7, 8 miners. We'll just get the whole caboodle. We'll get everything. I want the enemy to charge me. I want to see just how strong these 5 guys are. So they want to oblige me, but they don't have the numbers just yet. So we're not gonna build any more units, not yet. So we've got 10, and actually 4 plus 2 is 6, 2 miners on each. Oh God, we've got a battle going on over here. So let's just see. Oh my God, you see the little charging thing? Now this is still very, very much work in progress, but these guys are holding their own. They're about to defeat one of the chieftains. Oh, they knock them over. Of the Speartons. The Merrics are retreating back to their little, well, I guess they're not retreating fast enough, and in fact, they are going to die. I would love to see an upgrade to the Merrics that would make them not only heal but fight as well, like to be warrior monks. That was an absolutely brutal battle. We did lose a Juggerknight who decided to just continue fighting. Uh-oh, they've got magic hills out there. So this is a very classic Order Empire army. Oh, what magic spell was that? The Fulminate. Yeah, these guys are absolutely brutal. Now, once again, I do want to stress that these are like works in progress. So I don't think this is indicative of the final version of what the Juggerknights will be. And in fact, if we had Merrics of our own, we could be healing these guys. So we're going to send these guys to skirmish. Now, we started with 5. We're down to just 4, one of which is basically on the last stretches of his life. Oh, they want to go fight Atreus. So we're going to get a second batch, and we're going to build them back at the base. We're gonna give the enemy a little bit of time to recover because we want big battles. Center tower build speed bonus is activated. Oh shoot, Arteos is here. Ha! The charge ability is nasty. I still think it needs a little bit of work. This is why, like, not everyone's able to play them just yet. But the vampirism is definitely helpful to keep these guys fighting. There's the wizard, the slow wizards. The enemy is, like, at our gates, and, like, this is proving difficult. We might be able to hold this back. We might not. Now, this isn't gonna do anything, but I did rage. But there we go. Atreus is about to fall. This blizzard, though, is keeping my units from being able to quickly and efficiently destroy our enemies. And as a result, the battle is slowing down in the favor of the enemy. However, look at that poor wizard getting hit by some of the biggest battle axes there are in this game. In fact, I think they might be the only battle axes, but that's neither here nor there. Yeah, these guys are very good at breaking through enemy lines and hitting vulnerable casters and range units that are hiding behind the usually strong front line of Speartons and other melee units. Like, look at that. This guy ran all the way to the tower. There's my army. That Spearton's like, nah, bro, I ain't saving those mercs. I am gonna try to survive. And to do that, I need to surrender and retreat. So there we have it. The middle ground is ours again. And you know what? Let's just queue up as many as we can. Not enough gold. I have 19 queued up. I won't be able to get them because my population resources are going to be capped at 60. You can see that with all of these miners, 10. Oh, look at these guys shooting arrows from distance. The audacity of these guys. Yeah, bypass the Speartons and go straight for the jugular here, hitting and destroying the Archidons, cutting through the magic hill. And then when they're done with that, they're like, oh, I guess we'll have like our duels with the Speartons, which are like, what, I guess they're arch nemesis in many ways. Like Juggerknights and Speartons are what, light, or rather chaos versus order. So right after this, we're gonna try them against another army and see how they fare. Certain army compositions probably could destroy this, and we're gonna see if there's any new upgrades that might be better served, because this is the closed beta. All right, so what we need to do is go back to the drawing board with this army. Now, as far as upgrades are concerned, Speartons, we could do Toxic Totality. All chaos units gain additional poison damage. Now, that with Vampirism, we're stealing and doing more damage, would be pretty insane. There's this new mana burst for order units. Now, this is scary. Rune of Reanimation. If we poison the units, then they respawn as zombies. And it gives us the ability to, like, deads have 20% more health. So obviously we're gonna want deads. And instead of archers, let's get the ranged deads. They're pretty expensive, but this is essentially a very chaos-driven army. So now we're back in the swamps. We're gonna get our crystal. We're gonna get an early Juggerknight. Actually, no, we are not. We're gonna get 3 miners. Since we've got zombies, we're gonna spawn in 1 zombie to basically just take the front of the line and hold it. We're gonna go for a more of an economic opening build. The more people we have out there mining, well, the better, because then we're gonna get, well, you guessed it, gold faster. So the dead are hanging out there at 72 health now, and I think they've got 20% more, right? So at this point, I do want to get an early Juggerknight because they have taken the middle ground. The enemy army could head over here at any moment and start to kick my butt. So zombies and then Juggerknights that are going to have poison. Uh-oh, they're attacking with an archer. We're gonna pull back. So our defensive archer should kill this guy in what, 4, 5 arrows? There he is, the big bad Juggerknight on this dark and spooky forest. Very appropriate for something like the season of Halloween. Very appropriate for this because we also have some amazing color contrast between that beautiful blue background in the white bones of the big bad Bone Daddy himself. Hey. All right. Oh! Uh-oh, that blizzard spell fell right at the right spot. Now, is the enemy gonna retreat? They are. Oh, no, they're not. He pulled back, but everybody is affected by the blizzard. However, this poor Spearton is outnumbered, at least for right now, but he's looking like he is bringing in reinforcements as well. 2 Juggerknights and a zombie versus 2 Speartons. Who wins this duel? This clash of the titans? Well, it sure seems like it's the Juggerknights. But this is Atreus' army, so these Speartons could be upgraded, could be buffed. These mercs arrived at the wrong time, unfortunately for them. I'm thinking what we're gonna need to do is I could get, oh, I need to get this poison upgrade. That's what I need. I need to be converting the enemy to zombies. So I contested the midpoint. I didn't want them to hold it. I didn't want to take it myself, but I want this chaos poison. So the question of how many people do we have mining crystal, that's of key import to me. We might actually want a second, or rather a third person working on that because, well, I just got this. Now, I'm curious what poison damage 2 does. Additional poison damage. But it only affects chaos unit, which is pretty cool. So we'll queue up 2 more Juggerknights. Our army army. Our battle line stands 4 strong, 2 of which are still at what? 66 to 75% health. What the enemy has, I don't know, but honestly, it just doesn't seem like it matters. Wow. We need a lot of crystal to get poison damage too. So you can see that little green glow. Let's go see how strong these 5 guys are. Whatever defensive army it is it a singular archer? I want to kill him and convert him to a zombie. Knocks him over, crushes him, we bypass the blizzard and kill him. Turn into a zombie? Yes! Now a zombie has entered the battlefield. And since they're just gonna attack, this guy's gonna kill that Merrick by himself. The Merrick is trying to heal himself. Okay, so we're gonna have poison tier 2 right on the way, and we will queue up a few more Juggerknights. The enemy AI is just not strong enough to deal with the sheer power that we have right now, especially once our upgrades are done. Oh my goodness. Like, look at this battle line. It is quite strong. So, initial thoughts. Let's go back to controlling this guy again. You can do the charge, and then you can do your attack. And you can be so strong, you can scare away the king of the Speartons himself. All right, mining tier 3, because, I mean, you know, more money, less problems in strategy video games. I think that is obvious. And let's send out a skirmishing force. What do you have, Atreus? Oh, yeah, he just needs more Speartons. Look at them running down. They are excellent at running down enemy soldiers. He needs at least like 10 more Speartons, I feel like. These guys are fan-freaking-tastic. I like them a lot. Now, I don't know if they're necessarily balanced. I think they're probably in the process of being balanced. And man, the poison upgrade takes so long for the tier 2 equivalent of it. Oh, these Merricks. He's poisoned. Atreus is poisoned. If he dies, he doesn't fully die, but would he turn into a zombie? That's something I don't know. So we're at max level and we're waiting on this. Oh, he's like, hey, you know what? I'm totally fine to fight. Nope. He immediately retreats after these guys pretty much just like rush him. Like I said, we have zombies at our disposal. I'm not gonna need them. This is why these guys aren't in the open beta yet. They're only in the closed because these ones are very powerful. Now, I'm not doing a lot of user control, and generally in Stick War 3, user control is pretty key, and it makes a lot of things just stronger and better and more powerful. So I can only imagine what these guys would have. He seems to have some kind of a fire damage going on, or my guys are on fire. There goes Atreus. King of the Speartons is retreating. The skirmish has like broken into so many individual duels. It's kind of hard to see what exactly is going on. I think we'll win this one. Oh yeah, we'll definitely win this one. I underestimated how many of my units were hanging back fighting that line. Retreat! But we did lose a lot, and the zombies are still hanging out here. Are my guys being poisoned? They're taking residual damage. Look at this. The zombies from this spell is so powerful. All right, we'll queue up some reinforcements. We'll fight the Speartons on the home turf here. More zombies spawning in for us. We'll get 2 or 3 more Juggerknights in our force, and we will counterattack and hopefully defeat them. I like these guys a lot. All right, the enemy is like not letting it go. They have a balanced army. I have a very unbalanced army. Just Juggerknights and the zombies that spawn from their poison ability. But there's so many cool spells and combinations that you can do in Stick War 3 that you just never could in any of the other ones. So let's go out, let's attack them. Oh, and run them down. Oh, the poor wizards are so slow that like Juggerknights are very good counters to them probably. So we're pressing full court press here, and I'm just gonna queue up a ton of reinforcements. This is where we fight. This is where they die. This is where hopefully we achieve victory. They definitely have. Are my guys bleeding green, or does he have some kind of a poison upgrade? I can't rightfully tell, but look at this. This statue is woefully weak. It doesn't stand a chance. So how would we do against another army of zombies? A necromantic army. I think in this case, knowing how cheap zombies are, what we're gonna want to do is get a Juggerknight out relatively quickly. Any available money after that should go back into our economy. So we're gonna have to convert this guy over to gold to get another miner or 2 right after this guy. So the enemy hasn't taken the middle ground just yet, but it is still pretty early. I mean, we haven't even gotten our first unit or our 3rd miner out. So the enemy hasn't taken the middle ground. Normally the necromantic forces use very, very cheap zombies and are usually pretty aggressive. But today, I guess not. Now, can you poison a zombie and when he dies, he converts into a zombie for you? I don't think so, but we're gonna try that out. All right, so at this point, we're waiting for enough money to buy a 2nd Juggerknight. If they have Eclipse Swords though, that could be be very difficult because we would have to then shift our strategy to producing toxic deads to throw ranged weaponry at their range. But if they have 2 Eclipse Swords, it'd probably be a little bit too late, and we would have to retreat and rely on our defensive archers. Oh, yeah, here's the army of zombies. Okay, I'm calling the miners back, and I'm leaving my units out here to fight. I want to see just how strong the Juggerknights are. Now, we also have the defensive archers since we called back the miners. You know what? I don't think we need them. That army of zombies definitely outnumbered us, but we crushed them. Now, there's no spells like in Stick War Legacy, so we can't use a miner rush, unfortunately, because that would be quite fun and very helpful to use right now. Look at that. Green and purple all over the battlefield. What was that? What was that magic that just happened? All right, boys, we're gonna have to counterattack. Now, they've got poison out here, which sucks because I feel like as a bone man, I shouldn't be able to be poisoned. Would that be game breaking or would that be good to have bone people not be able to be poisoned? Because technically they're like already dead, right? Yeah, so I'm gonna have to send them back to heal up so they stop taking poison damage. Uh-oh. All right, everybody back. We're gonna use arrows to kill this guy. I hate these. This is my least favorite unit, or rather the one that I hate fighting the most. They're so tanky and they do poison. So everybody's going out, and maybe we should purchase one. Rather, I think what we should do is get more economy and really go for the toxic spell, but I'm not sure how that works. All right, they're sending in this guy. He's like, oh, nope. So at this point, I'm thinking we save up a lot of crystal to get this miner update, and now I'm feeling pretty good. So once we get a little bit of crystal, we'll get another Juggerknight to get us number 5. Now that was 3 of the ranged toxic deads. So zombies can queue up, but toxic deads and Juggerknights can't queue up at the same time. Something to keep in mind. Enemy has activated the center tower build speed bonus. Boo! I guess the one downside to toxic deads is they are very slow. What just happened? Oh, we just got the poison upgrade. Okay, so at this point, we need a lot of crystal to get poison level 2. Okay, here they come. No, they're too scared. We're 400 out of 500 crystal. We need 100 more. Come on. There it is. Okay, good. Now we'll start queuing up even more Juggerknights, but at this point, we should be pretty good. Gentlemen, go out and lay claim to these lands. We need to kill off all these zombies. It's like the Battle of the Undead. You got dead zombies and dead demonic skeleton guys fighting it out. So this is the key. When one of their guys dies, does he turn into a zombie? I saw a red stickman zombie, not a black one. I don't think so. All right, I'm gonna send them back so that I feel like if you have poison upgrade, maybe you're immune to poison. We'll get miners tier 2. Uh-oh, the enemy's coming out. Pull back. We'll use our defensive archers to whittle down the units that I hate, the toxics, and everybody out to fight the regular old zombies. Yeah, they're like, yeah, that's scary. Oh, that's their front line spawning in. So we've got poison, but zombies don't come from zombies. So these guys are kind of countering one of the greatest strengths of this build. I guess one way to complement this is to just pump out regular zombies too. That way there's more units out there to take the brunt of the incoming damage. Now we have fully upgraded mining, and we're waiting on fully upgraded poison. Wait a minute, zombies don't queue up. Oh, never mind, I'm at unicap. I was like, what's going on here? All right, we are gonna attack. And you know what? I wanna send my miners into attack too. I wanna see what that's all about. Like, we are committing a full attack. Miners. There should have a way to, like, in Warcraft 3, if you were the human faction, you could have your miners, like, rally and they'd become militia. I think that would be really cool. If your miners, whether they were, like, order or chaos, had different ways of, like, being combat ready. All right, the miners are out there doing their thing. We are taking casualties. We'll queue up some Juggerknights. But at this point, I think it's safe to say our miners are doing decent damage. But when they die, are they becoming zombies? I don't know, because then we're just like building the enemy's army to become even stronger. And well, honestly, rival our own. And I don't really like that idea. Oh man, there's so much poison out there. Did I not take the middle ground? Jeez. Yeah, I think our miners are like literally just creating an endless supply of zombies. Whoops. And we're out of gold because we sent our miners into attack here. But I think at this point, it's safe to say we have achieved our goal here of destroying the enemy. So we fought order factions, we fought chaos factions. The Juggerknight in their current, definitely not finished state, are a lot of fun in my opinion. So if you guys do want to see more Stick War 3 and have some ideas for builds or want to see the other secret new units, well, pull the trigger on that like button, let me know, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.